if I have my horse in cross ties instead of in the stall, my process is pretty much the same. So my reins go up first, and then my cross ties come off, and I take both cross ties off so I don't get tangled. And then I take my halter off. And then I hang my halter up because I don't like it when people leave their halter on the cross tie, because when you leave it like that, it's more likely that somebody's gonna step in it, or some horse is gonna step in it, and it's asking for an injury. So I take them both off, I hang them up somewhere out of the way, and it's nicer, especially if you're in a boarding barn, for other people to come and use the cross ties without having to move your halter. So once I get the reins up, again, I keep it close to the ears so I can keep her here if she would decide to leave. And then I usually take my noseband outside of the cheek pieces, so that way it's easier to move around it and I don't have to lift it up here, just less to do. So I pull everything organized, and then I either go between the ears or around the nose, and she's so low I'm going to go between the ears. And then same thing, I'm going to tickle her tongue to make sure that I don't hit her teeth. A little tickle the top of her mouth. She's very sleepy. She's asleep. Danny, wake up. Wake up. She's sleeping. There we go. And then we're going to pull it up with the right hand. She's very sleepy. And then again, I don't want to pull the bridle back over the ears because then I would gag her. So I'm going to push the ears forward one at a time and then get her hair out of the way. So everything lays down nice and smooth. And then I tuck my noseband inside the cheek pieces and fasten my buckles. And then when I take it off again, everything comes off at one time. And I always put my halter around the horse's neck and I hold it. Right hand has the strap and the buckle both. And then I'm going to take everything off at one time. One ear at a time, staying as close to her forehead as possible and letting it drop slowly. And she's still sleeping, so she's probably not going to drop it. So I'm going to hold it and I'm going to help her. Maybe. Sleepy pony. There we go. Everything is trying to make sure it doesn't hit her teeth. And then my hands go from everything in the right hand to left hand grabs the buckle, and I drop this down to catch the nose and fasten the buckle. So if I had only a single tie, pretty much everything is the same. Like if you're at a horse show on the trailer and you have to do a single tie, it still reins up first. Single tie off, halter off. You can always put it on your arm if you don't have somewhere to hang it at the moment. And then between the ears, get the noseband out of the way and ask nicely. She's more awake now, barely. And one ear forward at a time. Tuck in the noseband and fasten all my buckles. Ta-da! Sleepy pony. And then if I wanted to walk away, again, I always take my reins down for safety so I have a little more length in case she would decide to get scared or run away. Another thing, which I don't know if I can show with this halter, You drop it? You drop it, please? Thank you. If you have a horse that you don't want to trust just the rein to keep them from running away from you, they're particularly naughty, you can put your bridle over the halter, so you never have to take the tie off. This one, I already did take it off, but if I didn't, it would still be on. Should still be tied. My bridle would go on over top, and then in theory, I undo the halter, take it down. I've never done it with this type of halter, so I don't know if I can. Let's see. You put it in the mouth like a bit. I know. In the mouth like a bit. And then you get it around the bit. It's like a magic trick. And your halter comes off without having to take it off before you take the bridle off. If you have a horse that's particularly difficult to bridle and you don't want to untie them.